the 12th, an unofficial one in the 9th, and
that
I'm
was
going to
a
go out
very
on a limb here and say
frustrating
that
fight to
referee
watch.
Gary Ritter will not be
That man was knocked out
nomination for
about
referee of
was
the
that
year.
7 rounds? Round 7, 4
credit
rounds
I can
ago.
give Gary Ritter is not stopping that fight in those last 10 seconds, which he could have. But that was a moral victory for Walker. If you already went
Never
through the
seen
fire,
something like it in
let
my
him have
life.
those
Let's see if
10
we get a
seconds.
replay. On TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com.
I don't
Follow me on
expect it
Twitter.
to loom large, but remember, a
At
point
TstreeT
was
4
deducted
Life,
from
the number 4.
Madrimov, despite Walker being knocked down. So that will be, what, a 9-8 round most likely?
He lost the fight, though, especially with that last knockdown.
Don't talk to me about numbers.
Well, how about the replay? Can you talk about that?
See, Walker not committing to that jab because he knew he was going to get countered with that right hand. But he's so tired right now that regardless, he still got hit with that right hand, even though he was waiting for it.
Walker's tough,
He
though.
didn't have the legs to pull out like he was in the first half of the fight.
His legs
Yeah,
were
you can
getting
see him
stuck
flinch
like
before it landed.
He doesn't
The
have,
middle
he
of
didn't
the
have
fight.
the stamina or the endurance to get out of that shot. That's how tired Eric
37
Walker
years
was.
old. He don't look it. He did 12 years in a slammer. I'm glad he out and he like safe and all that. Had a chance to talk to both of them
what did we
earlier
learn
this week
about
on like their
Madrimov
media
here
call.
tonight, because he has not been
Media
tested.
Zoom call.
We haven't seen him go into the later
Now,
rounds. What did you learn about it?
Well, that he needs
Here, let me
to,
mute it. Now the question is Madrimov the mandatory for Lindy? Lara or Charlo versus Rosario winner? And I think it's Lara. Now, I got a chance to talk to his manager. Well, he clarified it. I did the video earlier, it's on the channel, where it's looking like they're going to be the mandatory for Lara. And from what I understand and know about the WBA, is the WBA Super World does not have a mandatory. And I see Lara dropping the world title if he beats the guy he's fighting in a couple of weeks, Greg Vendetti. And I see Lara fighting the winner of Charlo versus Rosario on pay-per-view. I don't see Madrimov versus Charlo. Madrimov versus Lara. I don't see it. I'm sorry. And the WBA is heavily aligned with PBC, especially when it comes to the Super World title. So I don't see them making that a mandatory. Somebody had the nerve to be like trying to argue with me on Twitter and shit, fact checking. It's like, yo, bro, you need to get your politics right. Like, if you don't know how the WBA get down, that's just like the WBC trying to strip Canelo again. That shit ain't gonna never happen. They created a belt for him, the franchise shit. So he did get knocked out though. They need to show it.
Has the bout 116, 110. Judge Karen Holderfield sees the bout 116, 111, and Judge Jesse Reyes 116, 110 for your winner by unanimous
I wonder if
decision.
any of those judges scored
And now,
that knockdown.
title
The first
opportunity,
one
a world
that should have been a
championship
knockout.
title opportunity for the WBA. Your winner, and still undefeated from Kiva, Uzbekistan.
But he's got some shit he's got to work on.
Israel, Madrimov.
Maybe he didn't take, Hunter seriously. Walker. Don't get me wrong, it was a clear win. He won the fight.
What did you make
Especially
of
since
those
the fact
scorecards?
that Walker should have been
I
knocked
thought
out.
116, 111 sounded right. Without the knockdown, that would have been a closer score for Walker. So, the knockdown, the timeout, all the momentum, it just ruined a sensational fight. And honestly, Walker deserved more.
I wonder if we're going to get a
But the
post-fight
right winner
interview.
won. Madrimov deserved the win.
Let's see if we can get you the
Let's look
knockdown.
back at this 12-round, very memorable fight. Walker landed some strong punches early.
He had a very good
He landed strong punches,
few
but
rounds.
both of them
First 4 or
didn't
5
forget
rounds.
the body. They both took big shots, and I think both fighters were hurt. But
That
right
should've
there,
been that was a
fight should have
knockout.
ended right there, Todd. That was
But
a
the ref
clean
said
left
that
hook.
the shoulder
referee
pushed him
missed
down.
it.
He wouldn't have went down. I'm on you. He was
Walker
done over there.
out. That was a 10 count right there, but Walker got up, showed the courage that he's
was
made
done.
up, came back fighting,
That's the
but
second
his
knockdown.
legs just couldn't keep up with the size of his heart.
Madrimov tries to fight like Golovkin a little bit, and he says he's idle, like pattern his style around him a little bit.
So,
But like, yo, be yourself, bro. Here's the punch stats. So right now, if you don't know, WBC champion, WBC is Charlo, Jamel Charlo. The WBA and IBF WBA Super World in IBF is Jason Rosario. I was actually there when Jason Rosario, ringside when Jason Rosario beat Julian J. Rock Williams. And Patrick Teixeira, he is mandated to fight Brian Carlos Castaño. Now, people have been talking about him versus Crawford, but it's not a lot of money to be paying step-asides for somebody like, Castaño. No disrespect. I got to get to the Showtime card. Yeah, but on September the 26th, you're going to have that Charlo versus Rosario card, and I'm going to be here covering that real time, and we're going to be here with the post-fight press conference and all of that stuff. What else? Madrimov is now the WBA mandatory. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets emailed a WBA world. Oh wait, they're waiting right now. A world title.
Что ты из этого боя, выводы какие-то?
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ассаламу алейкум всем. Бой, конечно, не думали, так тяжело будет. Ну, так случился. Ну, этот бой тоже надо так и, чтобы следующим большим боем. И здесь в ринге судья не считал много нокдаун. Поэтому украли, не оцениваю так. И вот эта победа я посвящаю свою маму. Недавно был день рождения. Поздравляю, мама. Это для тебя, для семьи. Мама, папа, я вас люблю очень. Узбекские болельщики, спасибо вам тоже. Все болельщики, американцы, мексиканцы, Россия, Казахстан. Всем люблю и за вас держусь и вас цену, уважаю. Спасибо вам большое.
Well,
He ain't gonna be able to translate all that.
It was the fight was tougher than I expected would. I'll be honest. I think that there was a knockout in the 8th round. I felt that punch clean, and unfortunately it didn't count because there was a shoulder after. But the fight was a little tougher than I expect. I knew exactly what the kind of fighter he is. I knew that he's very experienced and tough opponent. But we took this fight without a doubt. The notice was probably too short, but that's a learning experience. I needed this fight. To, that's the first time ever for me going the distance, 12 rounds. That's a great learning experience. I'll be honest, I felt great at the moments. I was over trying to please the crowd with the stoppage early. If I would just box, the fight would be much more easier. But anyway, thank you so much for all my supporters. My mother had her birthday recently, so this victory is for her and for all my fans and all the supporters all around the world. American, Mexican, Kazakh, Uzbek. I love you all, guys, and thank you so much for your support. I always see your support. Thank you.
Now, those middle rounds, it looked like you were gassed. How tired were you?
He was tired.
Средние раунды казали, что ты устал. Насколько ты был уставший в средних раундах?
He never been past 6 until tonight.
Только 3 недели все равно.
Yeah,
И
6.
12 раундов. И средние раунды я чуть устал, но собирал потом.
That was a knockout.
Думал, все,
The show
семьи,
didn't.
родину.
He was going down anyway.
Семью.
Yes, I'll be honest, I
He
was
was going
a little
down.
bit tired at the middle rounds. The thing, I felt that I landed good shots on him and he was keeping them up. I seen that he started coming with a lot of punches. So I decided to wait a little bit, to get my strength back together because I knew that they will come
David
back.
Benavidez fight about to
round,
start.
So I let him throw a lot. Honestly, it was a tiredness, but it was also a little bit of a plan because I wanted to keep up my strength, because I felt that it would go the distance after he didn't went down early.
Jesus,
so,
ask what's next for crying out loud.
And yes, and the fight was once again. I don't want any excuses. It's just 3 weeks camp wasn't really enough for me to get in my best shape, to be able to go those 12 rounds in the same pace.
Well, you stay undefeated. Congratulations, Ramat. And you'll go back to Uzbekistan, visit your family, see your mom. And Todd, we have these wristbands that say negative, right? Well, he didn't like that he had to wear that because he's such a positive thinker. He was trying to take it off all week. Once he got his negative test wristband, he said he kept looking at it saying, I don't want anything negative in my hotel room as he gets ready for this fight.
Yeah, so I don't know what's next. I mean, he's supposed to be the mandatory, so who's he the mandatory for? You see what I'm saying? Like I told you, I don't see him getting Charlo versus Rosario or Lara. Lara's going to fight that belt, fight whoever, and then he's going to fight the winner. I see that. I don't know. We're going to see. That's just my prediction, I like Madrimov. He's just got some shit he's got to, sharpen up. And he has been, as they say, fast-tracked. He's being fast-tracked, with his opponents being, seasoned opponents, with winning records for his first 6 fights at 25 years old, but he's a mandatory now. So they got to, make sure like they get somebody better than Eric Walker and just make sure, like whatever they got to work on, they work on. But let me get up out of here and get ready for the main event because we got 3 main events, 3 more videos I'm doing. And it's unfortunate, the Rolando Romero and Jackson Marinez fight, or Jason Jackson, was on at the same time as this fight. So I had the, and just so happened, looks like, Marinez got robbed. So I'm going to have to do that in the morning. So let's get to Angulo. Let me log into my Showtime anytime and put this on the TV. If I run them both, for some reason, no matter how good my PC is, if I run both the Zone and Showtime anytime at the same time, it'd be fucking, and then trying to do a video, because I'll have one, it just start fucking up my shit. But get Showtime anytime, man. It's it's essential. So give them a little plug, even though they be fucking with my videos. I like Showtime anytime. And if you have Showtime, then you have Showtime anytime. You just use your login.
Also from New York, John McKay. And from Nevada, Chris Migliori. Introducing our third man to the ring, the referee in charge of the action, Johnny Callis.